what do you need to start programming? What are some of the devices, tools, or software that you need to start programming? I'm going to be covering that in this video. So you've decided to learn programming in this year, in 2021. You've made a decision and you're ready to go, but you're a little bit confused. You don't know what tools do you need to start learning it. Okay, let's get this straight. The device, that doesn't matter. You have your phone, great. You have a tablet or an iPad, great. A laptop, awesome. You have a PC, all that is all great. You can use any of them to start programming. As for the software, the first thing you will need is a compiler. So what is a compiler? A compiler is a program that translates your code to binary code. So you write your code in whatever language, and it takes that code, it translates it into zeros and ones and feeds it to the computer. That's how the code works. If not, the computer cannot read your own code in whichever language you write it. It has to be translated into zeros and ones. So that's the first thing you will need. And currently there are a lot of even online compilers. So you don't even need to download it on your device. You can even access it online. There are a lot of online compilers that you can get. The other thing you will need is an IDE. An IDE means an integrated development environment. You can get something like, the most popular one is Visual Studio, but there are other ones like, I think, PyCharm for Python, or Spider also for Python. And there are a lot of other ones out there that you can use. There's NetBeans for Java. And a lot of times the compilers come along with the IDEs. So if you download an IDE, you'll have a compiler along with it. So you don't have a problem of compiler. The next thing that you are gonna need is a text editor. So a text editor is like a lesser or a downgrade of an IDE, because it doesn't have all the features that an IDE has. So for example, Notepad is a text editor, and Microsoft Word is a Word document editor. Notepad can do what Microsoft Word does, but it doesn't have all the features. So it's just something like that. A text editor can be Visual Studio Code or Atom or Sublime Text. You can get any of that. So at this point, you'll be wondering, well, if I have an IDE, or if I get an IDE already, why do I need a text editor? Well, you're gonna need a text editor for something that doesn't have, for smaller programs, something that doesn't need a lot of processing power. And it doesn't need, for example, if you are working on front-end development, you don't need a whole IDE for just writing HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code. That's where you will need a text editor. If you are writing something like, if you are writing a big program, an enterprise program, then you're definitely going to need an IDE for that, because it's a lot of code, it's very heavy. But you're not just going to come and write something that is, for example, a one-page website, a landing page, and you will need a whole IDE for it. That's why you will need a text editor. And currently there are even IDEs for phones and tablets. You can get an IDE for a phone. So if you don't have a tablet or a laptop, then you can just get an IDE on your phone and start. Or since you are even starting to learn, most of the learning platforms, they offer their own IDE, their own integrated IDEs that you'll just write the code there and it will compile for you. Everything has already been set up, so you don't need any problem. You don't have any problem with that. As for a computer, you can get something like even a Chromebook will do. You can run your text editor on it and it will run, or you can use it online. You don't need anything that's high end with high-end specs. Even something basic. The the worst laptop in the world you can get, it will still run a text editor, not an IDE but a text editor. So that's it. It will run everything you need. So you don't need to go and buy $1,000 laptop or anything like that. But if you have the budget and you want to go for the high end for the high end stuff, then for sure go ahead. By all means, you have no problem with that also. And that's it for this video. Hope I have answered your question of what you need to start programming, and make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know, have you started programming, or you are looking to start it, or you are looking to start. Let me know all in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.